Thank you to all my subscribers. Because of you, I finally passed 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I know I reached out there pretty hard at the end. A lot of you folks came in. I got hundreds in the last month or two, and I really appreciate it. But this is just the start. You know, I started last year in October of 2022 when I got the trailer, right before I got the trailer. And 120 videos later, I finally hit 1,000 subs. I've got well over, 6,000 or 7,000 watch hours. I've got well over 100,000 views now. One of the things I'm going to talk about are my upcoming plans. Now that we've hit 1,000, this is a milestone, and I have new plans now that I wanted to launch once I hit this milestone. I'm stoked. Many of you followed me as I got the new Ember. We worked through a lot of issues together. I got an early production model. I knew it was an early production model. I knew that it was going to have certain issues. That's why I prepared, got it early in the season in October so I could get it kind of worked out over the winter and have it now for the first full summer. You've already seen me take it on a 5,000 mile or an 8,000 kilometer trip to really shake it out, and it performed amazingly. I love this trailer. I love everything about it. It appears that we've got the leaks fixed and everything fixed. Like I said, it was an early production model here. They were just trying to figure it out. They seem to have figured it out. So now that I've done that big trip down to the States, my wife and I are going to focus up here in Canada for the remainder of the season. We're going to head off and explore the interior of British Columbia. We'll likely make it over to Alberta and hopefully make it up to the Yukon Territory and Northern Territory. We're still going to see if we can pull off Tuck. Going up to the Arctic Ocean is a bit of a challenge, just logistically, financially, getting multiple weeks of time off or getting a Starlink so I can work from the road. There's a lot of complications to getting up to Tuck, but it's still a huge priority of mine. If we fall short on Tuck, though, then we'll have all kinds of trips into the interior all around Canada. I mean, Canada is filled with places to go RVing. So now let's talk about the plans I have. We hit that 1,000 subscriber milestone, and now it's time to release the next stage of my big plan. One of the things I'm thinking about is doing a monthly Zoom session. This is where a lot of the Ember owners, and other folks that might be interested in the Ember can join into a monthly Zoom session. Please comment below if this sounds of any interest to you. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to set it up yet. I might, set it up as like an entry kind of thing, like where you have to pay a couple of bucks, mainly just to cover the professional. I got to buy a professional Zoom license to make this happen, so we can get everybody into the room, and there's going to be some time spent on this. So I thought about maybe doing it like through a Patreon system, where maybe it's like $2 or $3 a month or something like that, and then we can have these sessions where people can talk about the modifications they've made, the problems they've had. Maybe I can get some featured speakers to join, either internally, like other Ember owners that might want to sort of go through what they've learned or some things that they've done, or we also, if we can get a big enough group together, I'm sure I can reach out to the manufacturers. This is something I do in my real job, is reach out to the vendors out there and say, hey, I've got a group of people here who want to hear about your product, and then we can set them up to come to the Zoom session and talk about a new suspension system or some new product out there. This is I thought would be really helpful. I kept trying to think about how can I add value to the community. I am not Mr. Fix-It guy, so I won't be doing major modifications and doing walkthroughs. That's not my style. I'm going to go take it to the dealership and have them do it, and I'll talk all about it, but I'm not touching it. There's some amazing people out there like Steven TK and other people who are doing great work on their Embers. I work on computers, man. Once you give me a drill and a hammer, things go badly.
Yeah. You like guacamole?
So yeah, maybe I'll set up this Zoom session. Again, a couple of bucks a month will eliminate all the troublemakers. When you just make a big free open Zoom session on the internet, you can immediately get hundreds of people that are just sort of there to make trouble. So I want to make sure that we have a good, clean community. Of the RVing community is usually exceptionally polite and good, I find. And the Ember community that I've been dealing with has been great. So I'd like to get us all into a Zoom session. We can start talking face to face. I know we all can't get to one national jamboree across Canada and US, but at least we can maybe start meeting in a Zoom session. Also, if I do start a Patreon page, I will be filling it with personal content as well. I might be a little more opinionated on the Patreon page. I try to sort of keep it vanilla here on this channel because I want to appeal to all sides. I don't want to alienate anybody. You know, everybody comes from all kinds of walks of life and thoughts, and I don't want this channel to be singling out anybody or going after manufacturers or you know, I try to keep it nice, right? I'm here to have fun. But on the Patreon page, I might feel a little more open about what I'm thinking, what I'm doing. I might keep it a little more up to date too as to what's progressing, some sneak peeks. I create all kinds of extra footage that I don't put on the YouTube page either because I think it's, you know, it's maybe just a short clip that looks cool or something, and I don't really have a narrative format to put it into, so I might put that up on the Patreon page as well. So I'd love to hear from everyone out there. Would you be interested in attending a Zoom session, you know, a monthly Zoom session where you don't have to have your camera on? Not everybody likes to have their cameras on, that's fine, but I thought it'd be nice for us to all get into a room and have a polite civil conversation about what's going on with the Ember community, you know, again, bringing in outside people, maybe vendors, to talk to us about the cool new products. Once you get a group of people together, the vendors like that, and then they want to come and show off their products. So it's always nice when you can do that in a forum where you can actually ask questions of the vendor and hold them to the fire sometimes. You know, sometimes they say things in these sales talks where they're like showing off a product and you're like, that's BS, and you poke a hole in it. That's perfectly okay. Most salespeople are pretty hardened, and I like that idea. That's, again, something I kind of do during my day job in the technology world, is bring vendors and people together, customers together. So I thought, why don't I take that job skill I have and apply it to this community? So let's see if I can bring people together. So I'd like to hear your opinion. Would you like to see a Zoom session? Would you want to attend a Zoom session? Is there other content you would like to see on my channel? Would you like to see me talk about something? I might be doing some social commentary conversations coming up soon too, such as homelessness and RVing. That's a subject that's kind of stood out to me, especially on my last couple of trips where homelessness problems getting so out of control. I'd really like to talk about that. So I might be talking about a few more controversial issues, but always with empathy and a warm heart, because I really want everyone to be happy in this world. And I'll tell you, today I'm happy because I hit that 1,000 subscriber limit. So again, thank you. I know I rambled on here. I know you're not allowed to drink on YouTube or anything, so I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to go bust open some Blue Label something or another upstairs that I've been saving for a special occasion. And I'm going to pop back some and enjoy it and celebrate today, because I hit 1,000. I set a goal, I hit it, and I hit it because you helped me. I couldn't have done it without you, and I'm not forgetting that. Thanks, everyone.